Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee. Coffee with Tim Black. Hey guys, how you doing? Hey people, how you doing? Hey Wolfpack, how you doing? It's your man Tim Black. Welcome to News Wrap with Tim Black. And I got a lot of news for you. If you haven't watched this before, guys, let me just let you know what I do is I pre-record. This is a live recording of the segments that will go on my channel on YouTube. So my video clips will be available. But if you want to watch now, you're watching it live, and it's cool. You know, it's a way to just to do it live and give people a show who may miss the other clips at some time. So, wow. We got a lot to talk about. Hope everybody's doing well. This show is brought to you by Momo Pineno. Momo Pineno, my graphics, digital editor, and graphic designer for TBTV. Give it up for Momo. Gotta get rid of that. Yeah, because we had a great show last night, man. This show is also sponsored by Ed Higgins and Activate Now, man, because Ed was on the show last night.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
And Ed, we had a great conversation, man. We had a great chemistry. We talked about a lot of different issues, and I think you should check it out, man. We're going to have those clips coming more available as we get them edited and put out. But yes, we talked about Standing Rock. We talked about political parties. We talked about activism. We talked about race relations. We talked about getting along and benefiting from a collective group. And hey, we even brought up controversial topics like white privilege. I want you to check that out. Let me know what you think about it. Important information there. Oh, wow. Yeah, baby. All right. Let's start with, we got a lot to start with, man. Anybody in my chat room? I got any people in the chat room, man? Let me check my chat room before I get started. There we go. Your girlification in our house. Your girlification. What's up, your girlification? Good to have you here. It's like a new name. I don't know you yet. That means the word must be getting out. I love it. That's what's up. Deb Williams. What's up, Deb? How you doing? Deb? What's happening with you? You good? Ilricky, Christine. What's up? You're going to have to do a phonetics thing so I get your name right, Earl. What's up? He said Ed Higgins is awesome. Ed is awesome, man. Get up for Ed. Huh? Brendan Hotchkiss. She says we talked about irrelevant drama. Boy, I tell you, some people think the show can only be about stuff they want it to be about. It's a show, we got like 8 stories. Probably 3 or 4 of them you'll be very in tune to, and maybe the other 4 you'll learn something. But hey, don't mind me, it's just a news network. Just talk about Bernie. That's all I want. I want to know about Bernie and Trump. Nothing else. Nothing else matters. And that's how you lose elections. And that's how you get in the bubble. Because you only want to know about Trump and Bernie. And then like 90% of the rest of the country cares about other stuff. But no, Tim. You must focus on these 2 things that I'm assigning you. I'm assigning you 2 areas of expertise. 2 things, my brother. You go outside these 2 things, man. That's it. We done, man. I want my $1.50 back, you bastard. You talked about Aaron Hernandez. To the family of Aaron Hernandez. People don't know, on my channel I talk about a lot of stuff, but to the family of Aaron Hernandez, I'm sure, and the victims of Aaron Hernandez, alleged, at least 2 of them, they would like me to talk about their stuff too. Your focus, the center. I am the center of your life, Tim Black. I am the center of your life, Tim Black. Me, I'm the center of your Give it up for that.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
All right. Jordan in the house. What's up, Jordan? Jordan in the house, man. Frederick Murphy said Bernie and Perez. Yeah, man, Bernie and Perez. Right. Oh, God, I'm gonna need my coffee, man. God, Perez, man. Oh gosh, Beth Lamb says that Bernie was in her hometown yesterday. What's up, Beth? A friendly face, a friendly name. Hey, Beth, what's up, sis? You love me, Beth. I love you, Beth. Thank you, Beth. Grandma Christine's in the house, my friend Grandma Christine, and she says, why don't you talk about this? Why don't you say that? Sell out, cop out, just a joke. Now you gonna make games with me. No, it's all good. Friends can joke with each other. Man, I've been online for 4 years. I'm so used to all types of criticism. Some days I take it, some days I push back, but you don't realize how much how much criticism. See, the news anchor people, they don't look at comments. They don't respond. I had somebody complain today. They said, Tim Black, he got mad at me because since I don't get to his show, he said I couldn't criticize him. And she wrote like all these negative tweets. Like, oh God. Do you realize it's good for me to hit back at you? Do you realize none of these, Bill O'Reilly ain't going to respond to you? Rachel Maddow don't respond to tweets or comments. Joy Reid doesn't respond to tweets or comments. Mainstream media, corporate media doesn't even care that they just want eyeballs. They don't want to engage with you. So whether we engage and we agree or we disagree, it's still better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. At least the guy or the woman doesn't think they're so special they can't talk to you. But people don't look at it that way. It's like, he didn't agree with me, so I hate him. Oh, God. Oh, man. One more. Let me get one more popular. Let's go out on a positive note. Oh, God, Copter. What is Copter talking about? Becca C. Becca C in the house in Rob, Illinois. Oh, God, Rob. Rob. God. Rob, I wanted to go out on a positive note, man, before we start the show, man. Rob said Bernie's a sheepdog. Man, these people are harsh, man.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I said positive. You know. All right, I'm ready to start, man. What are we going to start with? You know, I'll just pick a picture and we'll go with that. I got my pictures all loaded up. Compliments of Tim Black. Loading them up. All right, let's see. Who's the first on my list? Oh, God. Okay, we're going to start with Jason Chaffetz. Get your paperwork right, Tim Black. You're a stupid person, Tim Black. You're always saying what you think, and I don't agree with it all the time, so I hate you. God, man.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, sucker. Let's get it on.
Jason Chaffetz says he will not run in 2018. And the crowd went crazy. People were clapping, throwing confetti. Wasn't actually the response I think he was looking for. There was all dry tears in the house. Well, some of the tears were wet, but that was from laughing. Jason Chaffetz is not really on the popularity meter, or he's not scoring high on the popularity meter because, well, you know, he's Jason Chaffetz. More than 18 months from the election in the heavily Republican district, there were already possible signs of a challenging race in Mr. Chase's future. A Catherine Allen, a physician and political newcomer running as a Democrat, has already raised nearly $400,000 more than Chaffetz this year. This was reported by the Salt Lake Tribune. See, so Jason Chaffetz saying he won't run or he doesn't expect to run in 2018 may be some reasons besides his feet are tired. May have something to do with the challenger, who's probably a lot more popular than Jason. You know, Jason Chaffetz was doing really well when he was going after Hillary. You know, Benghazi. He was like the watchdog guy. Arr, arr, Hillary. That worked really well for him with Republicans. But when Donald Trump came into office and he didn't go after Trump with the same vigor, he was running after Hillary. Come here, Hillary. Come here, Hillary. When Trump got in, he was like, oh, I'm tired. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not chasing Trump. It was like a no-win situation. He was in a catch-22 and a half, man. So that's what's up with Chaffetz now. On Capitol Hill, they say Chaffetz has shown opportunistic streak about often rushing towards television cameras with an eager smile. That's right. During the election, he facilitated several times between backing President Trump and not backing President Trump. He said he would not be able to look his teenage daughter in the eye if he were to vote for Mr. Trump after revelations arose that Trump said something about grabbing women in the change purse. Remember that? So you see, this is what happened to a lot of Republicans. I'll tell you what happened. They're always hedging their bets about what's the best side to be on any issue. If you think that Hillary Clinton is the only one with a private and a public face, you are wrong. She's just the only one that you read that said she had a private and a public face. You don't think Jason Chaffetz has a private and a public face? And both are made out of plastic. You got to know this stuff, man. So, you know, he's trying to hedge his bets, and he didn't think Trump would win, and it was good to everyone thought that the grab him by the vajayjay was going to bring Trump down. So a lot of people came out on their high horse. I'm up on my high horse. Look at you down there. I've never said anything about touching women ever. I'm from Utah. But it backfired because he didn't lose. And now it's kind of hard to go back on it, man. You make a statement like, I can't look my daughter in the eye. So then he gets elected, and he's not looking his daughter in the eye because I don't know. And then Trump, he wants loyalty above all things. He wants loyalty above ethics or anything else, man. You've got to be on my side. Either you're against America or you're with America. So, I don't know. What else is here is interesting for the viewers? What else would I want to share with you? Let's see. Jason Chaffetz has been shown. No, he's been shown that. Opposition to Mr. Chaffetz. Here we go. This is another thing about Chaffetz. Opposition to Mr. Chaffetz has met with his adopted doorstep as well. His tight-fisted control of the District of Columbia's laws, which fall under his committee's purview, has been rewarded with the D.C.-born Anti-Chaffetz Political Action Committee. That's right. Chaffetz has created a lot of enemies. Yeah, a lot of enemies. And there's so many enemies. They're giving money. They're funding his challengers. Oh, they want him gone, man. That's it. They want him out. Now, it'll be interesting to see exactly what Chaffetz does. Will he run for governor? He was talking about doing that. Now he's not sure. He was talking about not running in 2018. He put that out there, but he also left room for him to change his mind. He said, as of right now. And like all good Republicans, he said he has to talk to God about it. What he has to talk to are the poll numbers and his supporters or sponsors, his corporate sponsorships. Man, I don't know, guys. everyone says they're doing the work of the Lord. Were you doing the work of the Lord when you were not looking at your daughter when you supported Trump? It's only selective conversations you have with. Anyway, I think Jason Chaffetz is playing politics. That's what I believe. I'd like to know what you believe. Let me know in the comment section below. Will this guy run in 2018, and will it matter? I'll see you on the next one. And remember, support independent media. Me, I'm independent media, and you know why? You know why you should do it? Because independent media, like your man Tim Black tells it to you straight. And if we disagree, it's not because I got a corporate handler telling me, Tim, you got to say nice things about Chaffetz. Or Tim, you got to say bad things about Chaffetz. Whatever I say, whether you agree or disagree, it's authentic. That should matter. See you on the next one. Booyah! What? I'm talking about, bro. Y'all feel me? You picking up what I'm putting down or what? Jason Chaffetz, man. Let's do one more before we go check out comments. How about that? Let's do it. Let's turn up the volume, man. Pump up the volume. That one out. Not that one yet. Here we go. Can we go to Ossoff? Yeah. Here we go. They told you to come out and vote your Ossoff. That's this guy right here, Jon Ossoff, running in Georgia's district. And he came this close to pulling it off, man. And all it took was endorsements by Samuel L. Jackson on the airwaves, Nancy Pelosi in his back, running a corner, holding it down on the left-hand side. Elijah Cummings on the right. John Lewis playing bass. I mean, he had the whole establishment behind him. And he still fails to win in the majority, which is going to force this to be a runoff in the June election. And somehow Democrats are calling this a win. No, see, a win is an actual freaking win. I supported Bernie in the primary, Jill in the general, and yes, I know what a win is. I didn't win in either one. And neither did this guy, Jon Ossoff. But Democrats say they want to use the template they used for this guy for other Democrats. You know, Democrats that they ordain as being Democratic Party enough. Don't let this guy's face fool you. He is a corporatist Democrat just like the rest of them. Yeah. I mean, it comes in different packages. And once I said again, like I said before, we really got to get away from identity politics. It's garbage. What does the man really stand for? Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't know every policy point, but I know this. With Nancy Pelosi support you, and Chuck Schumer support you, and actually, I could just stop there and say, you're not progressive enough. You don't have new ideas enough, because there's no way that the corporate powers that be, the establishment elite in the Democratic Party are going to support a real progressive. You know how I know? Because I can see and read what they did in Kansas when they sandbagged a Bernie-like candidate who came this close without any money. This guy Ossoff had so much money, like $800,000. I don't know. It was a lot of money. A lot of money for a small district in Georgia. Well, we got an article here from The Hill. 5 takeaways from the Georgia special election. They say Ossoff's strong showing and closer than expected vote in a special election in Kansas last week. Am I getting this mixed up? That the midterm trends are looking up for Democrats. So what they're doing is, I'm not getting it wrong. They're actually conflating Ossoff to the Kansas run. And they say because of those 2 strong showings, that this means the Democrats are on the way up. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. The difference between Ossoff and the candidate in Kansas, and whose name escapes me at the moment, They're so far apart in policy. They're so far apart in core values. One wanted money out of politics. One was just fine with it. To me, you stop there. If you're not into overturning Citizens United, we don't really have a conversation. And that's why the Kansas, this is why Ossoff got all the support from the Democratic Party, because he falls in line with moderate Democrats who want to do what? They want to go after what they call the Panera Bread people. You know, suburban white folks who make, you know, over $100,000 as a household or whatever. Who go to Panera Bread every Saturday without fail. But they leave behind all of the hardworking people who make less than, I don't know, $70,000, or I don't know, working class folks, blue collar folks, poor folks, impoverished folks. This is the game plan of the Democratic Party. They haven't got into their heads, folks, that what will win it is attracting regular, ordinary, middle of the road minorities, white folks, working class, blue collar, just what union, like all of the things that Democrat, the word used to mean, like, I don't know, before Clinton. Now it's just, we're going to run a guy who looks a little like this or a woman who looks a little like that to give you the impression of this. But actually the policies are going to be the ones that benefit Republicans who don't like Trump. So Ossoff, they got 5 reasons. I don't want to give you all 5. They say that Trump is a challenge for Republicans, and that's true. Trump's popularity is not high. And that's going to make it tough for any candidate running on the Republican ticket, because what they're going to do is they're going to tie all Republican candidates to Trump. But here's the thing. Trump supporters are very sticky. Sticky. And I don't think that's going to do it. I think you're going to need to you're going to have a more populist message to go along with bashing Trump. You can't just bash your way to victory, which was proven here. And it's also important to know, guys, that in this race, in the Georgia district race, the Republican field was very crowded, right? So that has something to do with him racking up big numbers. But in the runoff, it will no longer be crowded. So basically what that means is Ossoff is going to be laid off. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think the Democrats are ever going to get the picture that they need to speak to the masses of people who are not rich, who are not Panera Bread people, and talk to people in Walmart? Not because they like it, but that's all they can afford. I'll see you on the next one. All right, guys. Got a little stumbly there. It's a lot of information. It's a lot there, but I think I got my core message out, how I feel about Ossoff, how I feel about all corporate type Democrats, and how I feel about this new strategy where we're going to try to focus on the people that are just pissed off about Trump, who make a certain amount of money, who are liberals and whatever, or who, I just think you need to talk about jobs. You need to talk about money. You need to talk about education. You need to talk about healthcare. And you should talk about the environment. If you do those 3 things, you will excite a base of left folks and right folks who care about those things. Things that we don't talk about enough. But if all you do is bash Trump, take money from Wall Street, take money from big sponsorships, and throw a couple celebrities at it, you're doing the same crap you did with Hillary. In fact, Ossoff's numbers look a lot like Hillary's numbers. And guess what? She didn't win with those numbers. I don't know a lot, but I know I can count an L. So let me go see what's going on in the comment section, man.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? He's not going to win in Georgia. That's it. Karen Handel versus Ossoff. Ossoff. I feel you. Dems will never learn. Tony Sparks. Okay. Someone said, Tim, who said that? Tim, you should take calls in between. Tim, you should take calls midway the stream. Midway the stream, huh? I guess I could do that. I could take calls midway during the stream. make it a real show. What you guys think, guys? Would you call up? I only got like 50 people know I'm even online right now. You know? Got a lot of people hanging around. What do you guys think, man? Can we run a quick poll? Would you guys actually call up to the show if I did that? They're only about the money, says Tony Sparks. Jared Smith says Nancy Pelosi's getting everything she needs. Yeah, she is. You know? And it's funny how they just pick up the phone and get Samuel Jackson to do a radio spot, but they couldn't go down to Kansas and do nothing. They weren't interested in Kansas. Get what I'm saying? They don't want to win and with you. They don't want you to win, even if you run as a Democrat, if you don't support the corporate ideology that the Democratic Party wants to have. They do not want to focus on populist messages. They don't want to focus on working class people, poor people, people under the poverty line. That's not their focus. And I don't know how to make that any plainer. All the rest is window dressing. That's it. So they demonize the hell out of Trump, tell you he's a racist, a sexist, and all this stuff. And then they just run a person that's mediocre, mediocre and lukewarm on the issues you care about. And you have to go, okay, guess I got to go with the Democrat. It's the problem with that. That doesn't make people want to come out. That doesn't make people vote. That doesn't make people give donations. That doesn't make people do anything. They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't want to get it. Yeah. People want interaction. Okay. They didn't do anything in Kansas. I open the phone lines on Tuesdays and Fridays. Every week. Every week. Most of the shows that are also independent media don't open the phone lines at all, my man. We at least have to get on the schedule so I get enough calls to come in. You know? Gotta get the show, gotta be able to get the calls to come in. You know? Gotta let people know what time I'm going to do it if I'm going to take calls. But I appreciate you. We will take calls Friday. Call the show Friday. Do that. Call Friday. You get Freedom Friday, man. And that'll be a time for everybody to call up. So that's a good plug for the show. Call the show Friday, people, and get your plug on. Feel me? All right. Wow. So look, man, let's do this because some people say Tim Black. God, that picture. Got another one? Let's do this. All right. This is a good article. Trump. Some people say, Tim Black, don't be confused, man. Don't be distracted. Don't lose focus on what Trump is doing and what's going on in the world of Trump while all these other things are popping up. I haven't lost focus on the things that's going on with Trump. I realize that Trump has faced a lot of national security issues, and I don't think he's done a good job on it at all. But I'm not one of those people who believe it's all a strategic plan in place to make people kill people in crazy ways, to drag people off of airplanes. I believe, based on me doing research on news for 4 years, every day there's a number of stories that come out that for whatever reason you can take them and amplify them to create a distraction. It does not take hiring people to be fake shooters or to pretend to be shot, as some of my friends will have you believe. No, it don't take that at all, baby. Look, all it takes is news to focus on those issues, which to me is a difference. It's different than some actors creating a false flag and it's being an actual story that now who's been getting steroids. It's on steroids, but it's still a story. But for a moment, let's pause and talk about Donald Trump's national security blunders lately. And some of you may like them, but I think they're blunders. National security issues have multiplied for President Trump in recent weeks, with complex conflicts and problems abroad that are competing for his attention. We got Trump's strike against Syria. We got the MOAB going down, right? And we also have North Korea. Those are 3 humongous tests of Donald Trump. I haven't forgot about those. I did multiple segments on those. I will continue to cover all of that. The world is a lot more complicated now than it has ever been, said Alex Ward, a national security expert at the Atlantic Council. If you're looking at Syria, North Korea, etc., a lot of these are issues that the Obama administration had left very intractable problems. They left them to the other administration. Okay. Well, when you're president, you got to deal with stuff. Okay? I get it. Everyone kept telling me the same thing about Obama. Oh, well, Tim, you can't judge Obama. Bush, look what Bush left him. Well, that's the job, baby. Somebody was in it before, now it's your job. I looked at it the same way with Obama that I'm looking at it with Trump. A lot of people come to the channel today, don't look that I've been here 4 years. They don't care. They say, he just wants to say this about Trump. No, I don't want to just say this about Trump. Trump has to do the job. If he didn't want the job, he should have said, hey, y'all, just playing. Didn't know I'd win. But he took the job, and now he has to do the job. So don't talk to me about Obama, right? Like Obama left Syria this way. No, it's not going to work. We need you to handle it. And even if I do feel that Obama left Syria unfinished business, like he should have, I don't know, whatever, like made a hard line, and he did do a hard line and then moved a hard line or whatever, or he should have pulled I think Obama should have pulled all of our officers out of the field. Pulled them all out of the Middle East. That's what I think. But no one cares what I think. No one calls up Tim Black and says, Tim Black, what do you think? You know, Tim, we were going to do this. We're going to go right ahead with it. But, damn it, I wonder what Tim Black thinks. You know, let's talk to him. You know, sit down. Sit down. I need to get Tim Black in here on the phone before we make a call. No one asked Tim Black. No one asked you. No one asked any of us. So, we got Trump doing a little bit of dodgeball. The tax thing, I agree. The tax issue is a distraction to a certain degree. I won't be covering it anymore. I did one video out of thousands on Trump's taxes. I don't care that much. But it does show that he's hiding something, in my opinion. And maybe, he doesn't show it because he knows whenever he wants to get your mind off it, maybe he'll talk about taxes. Or maybe he can plan a story. I don't know. See, now you got me guessing, right? Which is, you know, cool. But anyway, keep your eye on Trump. Don't keep your eye on all the distractions. You can look at the distractions. You can, if you want to call them distractions, you can look at what other stories that are going on, but just pay attention to what's going on in the Middle East. Look at what's going on in North Korea, which I feel to me is a distraction. If I want to call something a distraction, I call North Korea a distraction because I don't believe we're going to do anything to North Korea at all. I think it's just a lot of talk. No one's that crazy, okay? I don't believe it. I don't. Is that a distraction? That's what I think, guys. That's what I think. But no, that's not a distraction. That's something to be afraid of. See, it's not a distraction if you care about it. Pretty much how it goes. It's only a distraction if you don't care. False flag. You know how many false flags happened last weekend in major cities across this country? All of them, according to some people. I don't buy it, man. I don't buy it. Let's go to this guy. And this is interesting. Let's turn up the volume a little bit, guys. Come on now. Let's turn up the volume.
Tim Black.
Let's turn it up.
Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Aaron Hernandez is dead. He's dead. He was found in his jail cell, hung. Now, they say Aaron Hernandez took his own life. I don't know if he did or not. In fact, his lawyer says he believes it was murder. And he will be investigating it for the family to find out the real cause of death. While this goes on, I can't help but feel like this is a situation that never needed to happen. Aaron Hernandez is the poster child of throwing your life away. If you want to know what throwing your life away looks like, look up Aaron Hernandez. The man had a 5-year, $40 million contract, and he could not wrap his head around a simple concept. Be good. Another simple concept. Stay out of trouble. And another concept. Your family depends on you. These are things all of us know. If you can't do that when you're given an opportunity like Aaron Hernandez, and let me not say given an opportunity, he worked his butt off for it. And what did he do? He let his anger, he let his gang ties, he let his boys from the hood, all of this drag him or keep him in a life, because I believe that Aaron Hernandez had problems from college all the way through. He never left the block. In here. Odin Lloyd is dead. I believe Aaron Hernandez killed him. I believe there's too much evidence showing so. Just the fact he tried to get rid of the videotape of the surveillance film in his house that night of the murder or the death of Odin Lloyd. Aaron Hernandez, could he been depressed enough to take his own life? Even after being acquitted on 2 charges of a double murder charge? I don't know. Maybe. Only the people in that jail cell will know. And when they found Aaron Hernandez, he was in the jail cell alone, hung with a bed sheet from a windowsill. Aaron Hernandez sat in court, showed very little emotion. Sometimes he smirked during the 4 or 5 year ordeal of court cases and court appearances. But at the end of the day, lives are destroyed, devastated from the actions and the behavior of Aaron Hernandez. And now, the chapter's closed, so to speak. Because whether we find out, which I doubt, but whether we find out if Aaron Hernandez took his own life or if it was taken due to the acquittal or murder charges, the fact remains. It was a missed opportunity. So, though I'm against the death penalty, Aaron Hernandez took a life, period. Hard to find a lot of sympathy for him. I'm disgusted by what he did, but I guess at a later point, people need to unpack the downfall of Aaron Hernandez and how we help other young men get their stuff together. Remember, this isn't just about Aaron Hernandez. This is about all the lives that this faces or touches. From the victims to the victims' families to Aaron Hernandez's family and maybe Aaron Hernandez himself. He was 22, 23 when this went down. I don't know. Maybe it has a little bit to do with how we coddle star athletes. I don't know. These are all guesstimations. I have no idea. Was he just a bad seed or did he just go wrong? Or did he get away with so much crap through his life because of who he was and his athleticism that he thought he could get away with anything? And if that's the case, even though I blame Aaron Hernandez, our culture and our environment and the way that we treat athletes in this country may have a little something to do with it. Because at the end of the day, when Aaron Hernandez went to court, even at his acquittal, the only person there for him was his ex-wife or baby's mother or none of his boys. I'm Tim Black for TBTV. Subscribe to this channel for more up-to-date information. And you know why you should do it? You should do it because independent media matters, especially now. I'll see you on the next one. All right, guys. That's an important story to me. It's important to me. I know guys, not as bad as, not killers, well, you know, but I know guys who could not leave that stuff alone, man. They just could not leave it alone. It bothers me. All right, so who we got over here on the YouTube world? Who's in the chat room? Pat Hacker, I think they treat athletes like we do the Clintons. Pat Hacker, I love you, Pat. They treat athletes like we treat the Clintons, like the media treats the Clintons. That's right. You don't want to go to class? You ain't got to go, man. You Aaron Hernandez, man. What? What class? What curfew? What? Oh, that's what the other guys earn. Sad. So then you say these people are narcissistic. Who created them? We did. Well, they did. You know what I'm saying. All right, we got a couple more stories. Let's go to Bernie, guys. How about Bernie? I know Bernie.
Look,
Bernie.
man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Let's go to Bernie, guys. Here goes to Bernie. Bernie! Bernie Sanders says he doesn't consider himself a Democrat. He says he's an independent. It just doesn't look like it, Bernie. Nah, it doesn't look like it, Bernie. Every time I see you, you're carrying water for the Democrats. You stop carrying that water for the Democrats, then maybe you look more independent. I'm just saying. I mean, they dog and pony show you, Bernie. Listen, Senator Bernie Sanders said Tuesday night that he still does not consider himself a Democrat, despite taking part in the Democratic National Committee Unity Tour with the party's new chairman, Tom Perez. No, I'm an independent, Sanders said when asked by MSNBC's Chris Hayes whether he now identifies as a Democrat. If the Democratic Party is going to succeed, and I want it to succeed, it's going to have to open its door to independents, he continued. There are probably, excuse me, there are probably more independents in this country than Democrats or Republicans. It's got to open its doors to working people and to young people. Create a grassroots party. That's what we need. Oh, Bernie. Oh, Bernie. Don't you know they don't want to do that? Oh, Bernie. You're so idealistic. Bernie. Nick Branner, he contacted me yesterday. He's doing the draft Bernie. We want to create a new party, Bernie. Democrats stink. Yeah, Bernie. They're not going to change, Bernie. They're not. You can't make them change. They have proven they'd rather lose than change, Bernie. You know that more than anyone, Bernie. You know that. You had Trump by 15 points. Hillary was -2, and they still kneecapped you. They still sabotaged you. And now they complain that Trump's the president. They're crazy, Bernie. They're loopy. You, Bernie Sanders, must stop pretending that they care about you. They don't. Bernie Sanders is like a woman in a bad relationship with a man that only wants to sleep with her. Come on, Bernie. He don't love you. No, it sounds bad. You get what I'm saying? He just wants to sleep with you. He don't want to raise kids with you. He don't want to help you meet those bills. He just want to come over, Netflix night, and leave before morning time. Because he got donors to get back to. Well, other girlfriends to get back to. Come on, Bernie. All right, what else did Bernie say? Bernie, did he make another statement? He did. He said, we have shared values. We all believe America works best when everyone has a chance to succeed, when we have shared prosperity and not just prosperity for a few. There you go again, Bernie. You're putting words in their mouth that they don't live by. We all want the best. We all want everyone to rise. We want all boats to rise. No, they want some boats to rise, other boats to capsize. They have not got the memo, Bernie. And if they got it, they burnt it. They drew pictures on it. Nancy Pelosi. They drew a picture of Nancy Pelosi and Tom Perez skipping down the road. Then pictures of George Clooney and Sam Jackson hanging out. They don't care, man. While you up there talking about things that matter to the people, these guys sitting around talking about Who's going to, wear the next gown to the next premiere show? They don't care. The fact they did not make you the leader of their party says it all. The fact that as dominant as you are in the Democratic Party, the fact you don't want to join the Democratic Party says a lot too. It says you agree with me more than you will ever, ever, ever say. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. Stay strong, stand tall. And Bernie Sanders, we ain't buying it, brother. Give it up for that, guys. It doesn't sell, man. We're not buying it, Bernie. All right. Okay. This one's short, but it's going to be funny, I guess. Don't you love her? Come on, guys. I know you love her. Come on, guys. Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she corrupt? Yeah. She's so corrupt. She be doing what she want to do. She corrupt as hell. That's what I'm saying, homeboys, homegirls. She'll sell the world. That was bad. That was horrible. All right. Just in, Hillary Clinton spied on her own campaign staff during the 2016 election. Not Hillary. Years before Hillary Clinton's private email server ever became a campaign issue, Clinton spent a few months doing some digital snooping on her own staff. The new book, Shattered Inside, Hillary Clinton's Doomed Campaign, by Jonathan Allen and Arnie Parnes, reveals that in the summer of 2008, oops, my bad, not 2016, 2008, Clinton wanted an honest assessment of what had gone wrong on her failed presidential bid against Barack Obama. That's right, we need to get to the bottom of this. I need to know why I lost to this black dude from Kenya. Get it to me. Who sold me out? Who betrayed me? Was it Neera Tanden, that muskrat, that chipmunk? Did she betray me? No, Hillary, I love you, Hillary. I'll do anything for you, Hillary. I would do anything, Hillary. Was it you, Donna? You baboon? No, Hillary, I love you, baby. I love you, baby. I'll do anything for you. And don't call me that again or I will sue you. Just like Paula Deen. Was it, I don't know, which one of you traitors was it? Nancy Pelosi? Oh, hell. You know I don't care about anything except my Botox. Come on, hell. To this end, she had a trusted aide access the campaign server and download the email sent and received by top staffers. Oh, oh no. No, Tim Black. Don't tell me that Hillary Clinton read the emails of her staff. Gosh, she believed her campaign had failed her, not the other way around, and that she wanted to see who was talking to who was leaking to who, said a source familiar with the operation. Allen and Parnes revealed in the book her political director, Guy Cecil, had talked with members of the media from his campaign account. Her chief strategist, Mark Penn, was a tyrant, and far too many of her minions had fought for turf and status rather than votes. That's right, because what happens, folks, is your people begin to mimic you. You're the leader, you set the tone. They become a part of the culture of whatever the campaign is. This happens in corporations, it happens in nonprofits, it happens in teams and sports, it happens in political campaigns too. A team is only as good as its leader, and they will adopt, by osmosis, the characteristics of their leader. Rattled by what the emails revealed, Clinton began calling meetings to evaluate what had gone wrong. The staffers had no idea she'd read their emails. I was struck by how good a sense she had before I walked in there of the problems that were going on, one aide is quoted as saying. The email review would be just one part of months-long post-mortem project conducted that summer, and it would have lasting results. Neither Penn or Cecil will be invited back for the 2016 No Drama Mantra Clinton campaign. So, Hillary Clinton never blamed herself for her loss in 2008. She tried to go Southern strategy. It didn't work. She had Bill down the South saying he hates the blacks, basically. Be tough on crime. Tough on crime. And she was up north going, I just love the black people. Look at me. Didn't work. They had a double like 2-on-1 game going. And she wanted to know who did it. Hillary hadn't changed to 2016. She's doing the same thing. She did the same thing. Everything is someone else's fault. The reason for Hillary's loss could never be Hillary Clinton herself. Never. Would always have to be someone else. Even the people that were on her team. All right, guys. Give it up for that. Give it up for that. All right. Oh, this guy. I'm going to close the show on this note because this is gosh. This is what time is it? Well, I got enough time. All right. Here it is. Fresno, California is the site of a hate crime. A very senseless hate crime too, guys. We're talking about, look, man, I thought the Facebook murderer guy, that was enough for me. I didn't need anything like back to back. If this is a conspiracy, if this is a strategic false flag, you got me, because I wasn't expecting this. This guy, Corey Ali Muhammad, just hates white people so much he going to randomly kill white people everywhere. Any white person, no matter what you do, you are evil and you are the devil, and you deserve to go. This was the mantra of Corey Ali Muhammad, who killed 3 men randomly, 3 white men randomly, and the police is regarding this as a hate crime. It said he didn't do it because he's Muslim, or he didn't do it in the name of Allah or the name of ISIS or whatever. He did it because they were white. Evidenced by all his Facebook postings and statements he made coming out of his mouth. Apparently what happened was he, Mr. Muhammad killed a security guard who was a white guy. And when they were looking for him, he knew that they were going to close in on him. Eventually, he shaved his head because he used to have dreads. He went into hiding, and he said, you know what? If I'm going to go out, I'm not going to go out having only killed one white guy who didn't deserve it. I'm going to kill more white guys that don't deserve it. But in his mind, Corey Ali Muhammad thought they all deserve it because look what they did to black people. Look at all the damage they've done to the black community, the black race. Look what they did. Evil, evil. Now, as I was looking at this story, and there's a lot of details about it, I'm going to link you to the description, but that's the overview. Muhammad, when the cops came, he laid down his gun, he laid on the ground, and he surrendered. So they did not shoot this killer. But it's very interesting how I'm not seeing anyone call this a mental problem. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. With our Facebook killer, I didn't call that a mental problem either. I think that the Facebook killer, Steve Stevens, knew exactly what he was doing. And I feel the same way about Corey Ali Muhammad. But what I'm saying is I'm not hearing other people say it was a mental problem. You don't think this intense hate for people that you don't know, who have no power in this government, is a sickness? I'm not saying it is. I'm kind of, kind of shocked that there's not more people going, this guy's sick. He needs help. He needed help. Why did people recognize what's wrong with him? You don't think that anger that eats at you is sickness? It sounds a little, I don't know, maybe a little hypocritical there. I mean, so where do you cut off? When do you stop saying it's a sickness? When do we cross the, the plateau? When do we get to that point? Where's the Mason-Dixon line on sickness and just being a deranged psycho killer? I'd like to know what you think. Khalid Ali Muhammad is a killer. He should get the full brunt of the law. I feel no differently about this than I do about Stevens. I hate it. It's despicable. There's no words for it. What other adjectives do you want me to use? I don't know. Maybe throw one out. But I see both acts the same way. Check yourself if you don't. Both of these men were killers. One is alive. They're both killers, and they both deserve the full extent of the law. I'm not going to make excuses for what he did at all. My only question is, where are all the people who were telling me I was wrong and that Stevens deserved a nice, warm talking to, a sponge bath, and a therapist? I'm Tim Black for TBTV. Thank you for tuning into this show, guys. I gotta go, but I love you guys so much for supporting what I do. If you like independent media, if it gives you something to think about, which is what I try to do, and give you information, support this channel, support my efforts, because this is what I do for a time. This is my thing. I love what I do, and I do it for no other reason besides my love for it, and I do it for you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching this show. Momo Pineno, shout outs to you. Shout out to Mike Figueredo, my brother from the Humanist Report. Congratulations on your TYT spot, and thank you for having me on your show yesterday. That video will be coming out soon. That's right, me and Mike F worked on something new. Don't miss it, all right? Go subscribe to Mike F, that's my brother, and all you guys. Oh, and a big shout out to my my other brother, H.A. Goodman, my partner in crime from No Sellouts. Make sure you go to counterproper.com and check them out. It's all love. Real recognize real. Peace.
Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am. Truth.